thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Breeze. The catch made it over the middle by Ginn. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Easy.
They'll run it with Kamara. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. A great effort there. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Saints have taken the early lead. What's good on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Lutz now to kick this one away. And here's Lewis. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And out now come the Cowboys. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Hey, 47.
On 2nd down, Elliott. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And this is caught. It's Cooper. Touchdown, Cowboys. Amari Cooper, 33 yards. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. Point after, right down the middle. And that will shave one more off this lead. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara, and he'll get this one up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Over the middle, open is Thomas. He's at the 30, 20, 10, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, 74 yards. And the Saints are able to cash in for 6. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And here's Lewis. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters.
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Alex Okafor. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. They'll run it now out of the gun. Room here to run. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
A first down throw for Prescott. And incomplete on the deep ball. The intended receiver, Tavon Austin. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Now you put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender. But you also have to give your own guy a chance, too.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Let's go. Let's finish now. Swing to the fit right. To the right. 26.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
And that's caught by Beasley. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. And this will be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Prescott from the gun. He hits Beasley right side. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. 4th down, Prescott. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. Flushed out right. Fighting through pressure. But he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Cameron Jordan in there to get him for a loss of 5.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, it took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well. I
love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. And Beasley's got it. Touchdown, Cowboys. Cole Beasley, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. Extra point splits the uprights. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. To return it, Alvin Kamara. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. Takes this to the 27, give him 4 yards.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up the touchdown.
And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Across the 30 to the 31-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. They run. It's Kamara. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
I tell you, on 4th and 1, when you're way back on your side of the field, I thought this might just be an attempt to draw them off and get the first down that way. But they were going for it the whole time, and they wind up getting it.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. We're back to New Orleans after this. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
21.
Breeze now on first down. He's going to fire this thing deep right. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A gain of 32 that time. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. The Saints in the hurry up here. Clock continuing to roll.
21.
Breeze to throw on 2nd down. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there, bank at the 39-yard line. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
And Lutz puts this one through. And they take a 17-14 lead. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line.
Get out.
Von Bell up to make the tackle. Prescott urging his guys to go quickly. They need to get up and set.
It's coming now. Here we go, 46. Here we go, 46.
Prescott to throw it. A dump off to Elliott. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 13 and also a 1st down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Over the middle, Cooper with it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Prescott looks to throw on first. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And this will be called officially a 66-yard attempt. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. On the return, it's Ted Ginn Jr. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
On second down, here's Breeze. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
The offense on third down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Here's Kamara, try to run for it. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on 3rd down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right. They need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. Throwing on first down is Breeze. Flush to his right, and it's hauled in by Ben Watson. 23 yards on the play.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Now a pitch out to Kamara. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Saints add on to their lead. Lutz with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Lutz now to kick this one away. This will be taken very short. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted but it winds up falling incomplete. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Prescott again. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Prescott. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Manti Te'o. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. So after the INT, it's Breeze. Catch here, left side, Thomas. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Lutz good on the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Lutz now to kick this one away. This will be taken short. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Drops it underneath to Elliott. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off near the 42. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
On 1st down, Breeze. He'll let it fly in the direction again. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. The Saints on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now it's the backup Bridgewater being chased out left. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This will be from 56 yards out. And that will wind up just short. He had it on line. It ran out of gas at the end, and this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 46. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He can make a man or two miss, but that his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. picked off by Eli Apple. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Cooper was the intended target. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Trying to lay one up deep. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Breeze. Bryant with a catch right side. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a 1st down. Breeze now perfect since the 2nd half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Ready. Yellow lady. 21.
Shotgun now for Breeze. And now he'll tuck it and run. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Here we go. Easy.
Breeze on the draw, gives to Kamara. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The Saints on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Again, it's Kamara. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
How about the fellas with the stars on the side of their helmets rising up on defense? We always hear about the Cowboys' rushing offense. Their rush defense is pretty good as well, I think, because they're so cohesive. Defensive line, linebackers really work well together.
And Lutz's kick is good. And that will push this lead up to 20 now. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And here's Lewis. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And now here come the Cowboys. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Swing on the fit, right.
2nd down, Prescott. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And this is going to be intercepted. P.J. Williams with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Intended that time for Cooper. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Despite the lead here in the fourth, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead?
He's got him in. Complete. A gain of 39 that time. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And he will bring this all the way up to the 30-yard line. Thomas, the intended target.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And his pass, incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Alex Okafor in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. Third and long for Prescott. And he's going to go down again. Demario Davis in there to drop him, and back-to-back sacks now bring up fourth and long. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. And now what the heck is this? A punt formation from the red zone? And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first. They've got two more to use here in the final stages. And I don't quite know what's happening here. It's a first down, but the field goal team is out onto the field. And Lutz puts this one through. And that will extend their lead even further. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get three.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point's not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, Coach, what do you want to call? He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Here's Prescott, and he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Sheldon Rankins coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9. A second down throw for Prescott. Over the middle, the connection to Hearns. And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory.
Get out.
It's a big play for the Cowboys on third. 55 yards. From the red zone now, Prescott. He hits Beasley right side. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 9. They'll throw again. Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. Down in this one, they needed that score, but they'll have to hold at least for the time being.
You're exactly right. Points that they had to have. As you said, they have to regroup now and see if they can get them another way.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
47. Here we go. All right, 8.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And Beasley's got it. Touchdown, Cowboys. Cole Beasley with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys cut into that lead.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite, but in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. Defensively, there's still 3 timeouts. Do you even need to use them at this point?
I think a lot of coaches do it anyway, and it seems like cosmetics to us.
Does it just send a message you're not quitting?
Send a message that you're not quitting. Let your team know you're going to battle all the way. And you're always hoping for that ultimate miracle that something will happen. You'll pick up the ball and score, and you'll have a chance one more time and maybe on an onside kick, but not likely.
Bree's going to throw here. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other. It's caught inside the 25. Now whistles. And a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more, little insult to injury here late in the game. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more, little insult to injury here late in the game. This is a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brent.